Choctaw stickballs are looking to our past and seeing how we still keep it alive today. You know, everybody talks about having history, you know, their family history, their history. This is a game that's over 500 years old, and to this day we are still playing it. It is alive and well. That is the one thing I can say about Choctaw stickball. It's never going to die because our kids are continuing it. The women are raising their kids. I've always been a fan of the women's games because they're more exciting. When they raise their kids up and there you see their mama out there playing stickball, it's ingrained in them. And so they're going to play stickball too. And so whatever team mom and daddy play for, they're going to go.
Cut it? No, let him get back to it. Okay.
Go 2 minutes.
Hey, let's do that ladder drill. Yeah.
You're supposed to get purple Gatorade.
Purple Gatorade. We'll go 10 minutes. Start off 10 minutes.
My name is Benjamin Favre. I'm the head coach of Tiak Hikiya Ohoyo stickball team, and this is my first year as head coach.
You ready?
Yeah, ready.
Let's go! Back in your spots!
I remember when I first got asked, it was probably back just a couple of months ago. I got a phone call. They called me and asked me if I wanted to be the coach.
Let's go, bottom of the hill. Make it quick, go.
And before I even answered yes or no, I said if Brother Will would be my assistant, then yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. And
I can't remember. I want to say it was back in January. One of the ladies came and asked. I was lifting weights in the gym. One of the players asked, hey, Will, would you consider being a coach? And I just threw it out there. I said, I'll tell you what. Why don't you ask Buck? And if Buck takes the head coach, then maybe I'll jump on. I said that without, I didn't mean it, to be honest with you. I was just trying to finish my workout, and that's all I was doing. Just wanted to finish my workout.
funny thing happened. Right after I got off the phone with him, 10 minutes later, he gives me a call.
Next thing you know, I'm on the phone with Buck, and he says, hey, I'm gonna be the head coach. You want to jump on?
And it just went from there, and then of course I called him back and said yes, and we got the ball rolling from there.
So we're here.
It was called the Little Brother of War. And the main reason it was called that was because when you had tribes who were warring with each other, it was nothing for them to send warriors out, and you could win the victory, but you would lose thousands of warriors, kind of like a Pyrrhic victory. And so they came up with this game as a way to settle disputes among the different tribes.
Here we go. Come on, shooters, pull it out. Come on, get in there.
But at least you rather not have so many people die in a war versus injuries on a stickball field. You didn't have like half your men go out in the battle and then they die and then they don't come back.
The difference is like today we have 100 yards, 30 players on the field. Back then it could be 100 yards to 3 miles or even 5 miles long, and you could have hundreds of players on there, and you would have hundreds and hundreds die from dehydration, thirst, or just wounds from playing the game. But once the game ended, then The dispute was settled. Whoever lost had to give up whatever they were wanting. The winner got the spoils.
It's a humane alternative to death. Historically speaking, you know, we're called savages, but here we are. We developed a method to keep from killing each other. So I don't think we're savages. That's a narrative for another story. But I'd say we're pretty humane on that part, you know. So.
Keep scooping it, keep scooping it. Pick it up, shoot it. Shoot it.
Time!
Oh, they fall around.
Break!
It's not cotton.
It's not.
It's like, yeah, is that dry fit?
Like that.
Like that. Yeah.
I can run about half a mile.
Come on. I know you get a mile.
Other than that, I'm gonna get tired.
My name is Eric Willis. My title is sports commentator. I've been doing this for the past 6 years. Been doing this for 6 years. I started with the youth games and worked my way up to doing both youth and the adult games.
How'd you get started?
Actually, dumb luck. They needed somebody to step in. I was asked by the recreation director. He asked if I wanted to try it. I said, sure, why not? You know, always up for a challenge, you know, for something new. So that's how this began. The World Series of Stickball, it's a 2-week tournament.
Community pride. That's what it is. It's community pride. You know, each year you have 1 year that someone's won a tournament and they've got bragging rights.
Well, it's a tradition for us and our culture too. It's just always a big deal when it comes to stickball games and who are you playing for.
And so to give you a prime example, there are times that we come in before the lights even come on. We're walking through, you're going to see silhouettes inside the stands because they're waiting. They're here for championship night. They're wanting the best seats.
World Series of Stickball has been around for over 60 years. And I believe the women's started in the early 2000s.
I remember my sisters signing up to play in the exhibition games. Back then, there were no stickball games for the women's team. So the tribe started an exhibition team, the North versus the South. Those are the earlier years. As time went on, the tribe had open invitation for any communities or any teams to take part in the actual World Series stickball team. And I remember Standing Pine Tiak Hikiya didn't have the team at that time when it first started back in probably 1999.
You're going to control pretty much everything that's back here. So these two, if she gets the ball, whoever's back here, just try to block for her. She's going to pretty much like she does here, just run and get a lob in. You know, she's been doing pretty good with her lob. So anywhere if the ball goes out on the sideline, just be ready because they will toss it up.
About that being what's in our center.
I remember back in 2007 is when Tiak Hikiya Ohoyo started its team.
So you were part of the run where they went to the finals.
2017-18, we went to the finals, and
We made history from winning our first game, first round.
That was the first time they've ever won a game?
Because, yeah, there was a time that I was a teenager. I can remember hearing that Tiak Hikiya Ohoyo's barely had enough to make the roster. And I think there was one year where we didn't have enough on the field.
Honestly, and this is just my own personal opinion, when I saw Standing Pine, I always said one and done. You know, that's what you saw. I mean, you knew they were going to get in and whoever played them was going to win.
You have long-standing teams like Konehata and Bukchido, Warriors. You know, they've been at it for decades, and so that's a long-standing tradition. And obviously, you're going to have a difference in performance and expectation.
Gotta block the shooters out. Here we go. Everybody get in, everybody get in, everybody get in, everybody get in.
Standing Pine community being one of the smaller ones, just having to see a team established to represent the community is an honor.
Come on, Jay. Come on, Jay. Get
Come on,
it, Jay.
Get in. Find the opening and get in.
Come on, defense. Let's go.
Pick your spot. Pick your spot.
Come on, come on. There you go.
Good job. Good job.
You alright, Jay? Somebody came and landed on my leg.
Squat down, but not all the way down. Parallel. Squat down. How's it feel?
Okay.
It feel okay? Okay, stand up.
Are y'all gone yet? No.
How's that feel?
Feels okay.
Okay, now do this. Go like that.
This way?
This way. This way. Now bend. How's that feel?
Okay.
Okay, now go the other way. How's that feel?
Okay.
Okay, you sure? You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. I think you'll be all right.
Well, the drum is primarily used to boost up the morale of the players, to help win the game. Not only that, but oftentimes we were told that many of the drummers back then were considered to be the medicine man, using drum as a primarily boasting technique for the players to be used.
When I played, just the drumming alone it gets your heart racing, and just to know that you're going to go out there in a few minutes and you're going to give everything you got.
As far as that goes, is that when I walk onto the field, leading the team, the team to enhance them, to play, enhance them, to recognize themselves that they're in the battle.
That night, you're gonna see who's the better team, and when it gets down to it, you don't wanna lose. Nobody wants to lose. You know, we don't go out there and play for fun. This is real.
It's considered to be the heartbeat of the Mississippi or any Choctaw. Well, my personal feeling about it is that when I walk into the field wearing my attire, usually want to wear my Choctaw shirt, Choctaw sash and hat. The emotion is that I feel good about it. I feel who I am as a Choctaw Indian, that I'm partaking it as my forefathers back then have participated in that manner. I'm just hopefully laying the path for others to say, hey, look, that guy's doing good with that kind of attitude about the game and about the drumming, then there's somebody out there would want to participate or partake of it in that fashion.
Well, the Unity Walk began about 14, 15 years ago. Each community, each team gathers around their home field, and from there, that's the beginning point, and we walk our way or run towards the main reservation, which is the Pearl River community.
Yeah, go ahead. We'll meet y'all.
And once all the team gets there, they begin to walk all the team walks together in one walk all the way to the amphitheater. And what this does is kind of unites the whole tribe together, the whole team together.
This year was different because last year when COVID hit, it took a lot of our people.
So in the past, we would see maybe Tiak Hikiya walking together, purple shirts. We'll see Redwater walking together, yellow shirts. We'll see Consided walking together, blue shirt, royal blue shirts, and so forth. But yesterday, if you looked at the Unity Walk, everybody wore that white shirt in memorial of the loved ones that passed on last year, and I thought that was special. Yesterday's walk was a true Unity Walk, in my opinion.
And it was big to honor those that passed on, not just from the stickball team, but our tribe as a whole.
And I don't want to dampen a great day, but I want you to understand, and I know you probably do, but understand just 1 year ago, the month of May was loss of 33. The month of June was loss of 30. Yes, in 61 days, 63 lives. There's a lot of pain put upon us.
Last year, my mom got the virus. She was in the hospital for a while. She had a difficult time with it, and she didn't make it. And you know, for me personally, that hit us hard, hit me hard. And
yay! Woo! Bailey, your turn. Come on, put your shoes on. Come on, Bailey.
Okay, Mom. My turn.
So you just recently started playing stickball.
Mm-hmm.
What made you decide to come out this year? What made you want to play the game?
Well, my sister's been playing for like at least 2 years, and she's been wanting me to come out every year she played, but to me, it just didn't feel like, it was for me. So I finally decided I wanted to play. So I was like, okay, let me sign up. And I liked it.
This is actually her first year playing, and the way she plays now, you probably wouldn't be able to tell it's her first year at all.
Getting hit a couple times woke me up a little bit, but I liked it.
that girl can run. She can run. It's like she doesn't burn out. She doesn't gas out. One time, Coach Favre and we were like, man, we gotta make all these drills hard for Atlanta. You know, if you saw some of the videos, we put bands on the ladies, and on these bands, there's one rubber band on the front, one rubber band on the back. So I'm like, okay, I want to slow Atlanta down. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna double band her. So I put 2 bands on the front, 2 bands in the back.
We're gonna double band her, give her more strength, more power. The single band is too easy for her, so double banding her, making her stronger.
And she was still burning everybody out. So she's very, I believe this is her first year, but the way she plays like she's been playing 10 years. I've got a degree in Mississippi State. I'm qualified to be a strength and condition coach. I wanted to bring to the team was a different style of practice. With strength and condition, what I wanted to do is I wanted to make everything that we do is stickball specific. We run hills, we put bands on them, we do box jumps, we do hill jumps, we do a back pedal on the hills, and we do squats. And what we do is we pre-exhaust the ladies first.
Be strong, be strong.
And then we take them to the field for a good couple hours practice.
It was pretty intense, the drills.
It took a while to adapt for some. It took me a couple practices.
They had different ways of making you compete.
Decide all y'all on same team, so everybody gets the ball. Last person takes a shot. Got it?
When I showed up to their first practice, they were conditioning, and I was like, okay, I've never done this before.
Like you said, I thought it was just stickball. I mean, I didn't expect the conditioning. The conditioning was pretty hard.
There was something different in the air. Their coaches implemented a lot of weight training.
Yeah, the workouts were hard at first, just like it was for me, but we had to just keep pushing.
Come on, come on, come on!
People kind of look at Tiak Hikiya as a small, weak community, and I've always kind of wanted to change that mindset.
They always made us believe in ourselves and try to work as a team.
Lou, how's your sticks?
From this side. I just switched on this side.
Okay, you want to use, I got Kirk's. Go check it out. It's in the back seat.
Oh, okay.
It's still new, so you can tell which one's Kirk's.
All right.
You mentioned Kirk just now. Who's Kirk?
Kirk makes our sticks. Kirk McMillan. He lives over here. Probably about I want to say half a mile down the road. I bought some sticks from him. Some of the players had bought some sticks from him as well.
Yeah, the very first pair of sticks I owned was made from Carl Hickman. That was back in 2016. One practice back in 2017. One of my sticks had got stepped on, and I instantly knew it cracked. I teared up when I realized it wouldn't be fixed. It couldn't be fixed. And then Kurt McMillan ended up replacing that side of the pair. I've seen that from another player too. We were in the huddle, her stick got stepped on and it was broken in half. And she wanted to cry, she almost cried. I could see how much that meant to her. So that shows a lot of passion with it.
All right, we got old Crook Dog bringing us some sticks. Kirk, how long you been making sticks?
20 plus years.
20 plus years. Kurt McMillan, the next Standing Pine Chief.
Before we even selected numbers, I looked at the bracket. I was talking to Coach Will. I looked at the bottom bracket. I said, that bottom bracket looks tough. That's what I want for our team. That's what I want right there. It was just destined. I was excited. I was ready. And you know, you got probably your top women's team in that bottom bracket.
We were sitting down, we started talking, and we're like, oh, bracket selection is coming up. Who are y'all wanting? Majority of us said Consided because that's a challenge I would want to take.
I respect Consided Ohoyo, and you have to, because they are the 3-time defending champs. One of the things that I do tell the ladies is Consided is Consided. They're always ready. They're always good.
And then I started getting messages on my phone like, oh God, you know, y'all have Consided first game. Y'all gonna be out the first game.
So what do you think, baby D? What do you think when you saw who we picked?
It's gonna be real tough.
What about you, Miss Linda?
I say you gotta beat the best, beat the best. That was bound to happen.
Uh-huh.
I knew it from the get-go.
Did we will it? Did we will it to happen? Huh?
I wanted it in the finals, but I knew we were gonna have it first round.
Uh-huh.
I said, we just gotta take it one game at a time, and that's it. So we've been doing our practices, so I said, that's all. We're just gonna take it one game at a time.
Not long after that selection, we began to get messages from the players. And the messages were like, let's practice tonight. Let's call practice. And sure enough, Coach Favre and I, we got in our vehicles and we went down to Standing Pine and started practicing.
Go!
Okay, we're talking about game days. Going out there hours before game time to meet up. It takes a lot getting ready. You can get your ankles taped, your hair braided, make sure your sticks are good, the strings are good. You get jittery right before game.
As we got ready, I kept telling myself, I got this, but I was still nervous.
I enjoy it the most when we get together before we walk out on that field. We're in a huddle. Once that drum starts beating, walking out there, you're feeling that tension. I'll look at the scoreboard and I'll try and manifest the outcome of it.
Here we go. Here we go.
Once you step out there, it's fight or flight.
to sudden death overtime. The rule for overtime is no time on the clock. First team to score wins.
Sudden death, I was just like, oh, first year we were making it in sudden death, okay.
All right, it's gonna be the first overtime game of the World Series Stickball 2021.
That's when I became nervous again. I said, I can't be nervous because it's sudden death. We got to win this.
Moments away from the start of this sudden death overtime.
I was just praying, hoping everybody played their part.
Hey, I made my 5-second debut. I'm so proud.
I think I was just a nervous wreck then.
Takes a shot, batted back.
We just needed one score and to keep it on our side, like Coach said.
One shot. That's all we need.
Shooter, the ball ricochets off of her sticks and rolls to the home sideline. Shot taken, goes right.
All I had in mind was, we got this.
We had a lot of shooting attempts. We were close. I was like, we're gonna get there one day, at some point. In my view, watching Odessa at that corner, when she threw it, she got pushed.
So when I grabbed it, I just turned around and set, and I threw it.
I'm like, okay, it's gonna be right at that pole.
How important is keeping the team focused and hungry and not let down?
I think it's really important because one of the things that we talked about is we got to stay humble. We got to stay humble. This doesn't mean that we're champions. It doesn't mean it.
I mean, it was an amazing win, and we told them enjoy the win because they deserved it. But that's why we're here today, is to get them refocused. Let's go ahead and get started. Last night's game was awesome. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Y'all didn't get too wild. But let's refocus.
We can't let down. Right now we got momentum going. We need to keep that momentum. And actually, to be honest with you, tomorrow's game, I think we need to step it up.
I know Lady Warriors ain't gonna be no pushover. They were runner-up 2 years ago on the Hatter.
So I'm sure it's going to be just as tough. Anything else you want to add there, Will?
Not really. Josh, I appreciate you helping us.
My name is Iris Favre. I'm 18 years old. I am playing for Tiak Hikiya Ohoyo, and I am running for the Choctaw Indian Princess Pageant.
Welcome to the stage, contestant number 9, Miss Iris Ann Favre.
What made me decide to run is because I want to be a good role model, not only to anybody out there, but I have a younger sister that really looks up to me, and that's the reason why I wanted to run for the Choctaw Indian Princess.
I am contestant number 9, sponsored by Tiak Hikiya Ohoyo Stickball Team, Iris Ann Favre. Thank you.
Choctaw Indian Fair, right now we're at the 71st annual. So aside from stickball, you have the cultural, like the dancing that you see during the day. Then you got, what is it, you have like the Iron Warrior.
Coaches, well, obviously the head coach is my dad, and he gets on to me a lot, like a lot. Like, it has to be perfect, no mistake.
Truck clear! Ladies and gentlemen, your contestant, Benjamin Favre!
A lot to me. I mean, that's what we're going for, the championship. It'll mean a lot to the community as well, because we have a whole lot of fans behind us.
The thought of bringing the title home to the Sandpoint community, it would make history.
I tried so hard and got so
Like I said before, Sandpoint was always overlooked. It will give the community something to be proud of.
Ladies and gentlemen, the game is about to start between Lady Warriors and Tiak Hikiya. 0.
It was just, I know it was an exciting game for the fans to see because there was no telling. It kept going back and forth. It was a battle against them.
Equal number of players. The ball is up as we go into overtime for Lady Warriors and Tiak Hikiya Ohoyo. It's going to boil down to who wants it more. She's going to play.
Keep your head up!
When she scored, I wasn't surprised. I wasn't upset. I just said it was a good game. I'm still proud of my team.
It was bittersweet, I guess you can say. I mean, I had friends with Lady Warriors too, and they were dedicating somebody to that game too. And I really did want to score that game, and because I had lost my mom in December, and she used to be the first one to call me after every game. So, then she wasn't, but it was my dad that had called me.
And I was just like, I felt down. I felt like, dang, we had it. We could have went far. We could have had that drum. Could have brought it back to Santa Pine, to my grandma. Who I was playing for was my grandma, well, both of them. But one is from the Santa Pine community, from my dad's side. And just to be a part of this team, I feel like it's from my roots, and I'm just proud of where I'm from. And just, you know, her passing, I miss her. Yeah.
Man, if some of these are medium, hopefully the ladies won't complain.
The thing about coaching this year was we kept on telling them, hey, think outside the box, think outside the box. And if you notice during the fair, we had a good group of ladies that tried the Iron Warrior. That's something that they don't do, but yet they thought outside the box and did something that was totally different. I enjoyed seeing them all in the Tiak Hikiya Ohoyo jerseys. And oh man, I'll tell you what, that touched my heart, I'll tell you what.
And even though it may not pertain to stickball, I still go up to them and ask, because they said, you know, we're all family, so.
I believe just doing stuff like this, cooking out, I think this creates the atmosphere of not only friendship, but also an atmosphere of family and a closer bond. And this is what a real team is.
Doing practices and stuff, it just became more like family.
They always make me feel like family with them.
I appreciate all the past, present, and former coaches because I know it takes a lot of patience with women with attitude and sticks. I know it can be hard sometimes.
My name is Taylor York.
This time? Yeah. Okay. My name is Taylor Ben, and we are Tiak Hikiya.
Everyone's messed up.
Okay, say what again? My name is Alana Millie, and and we are.
Everyone's messed up.
And then say, that's all?
Yeah, I be tongue tied when I say it sometimes.
Hold on, let me quit laughing. Do I gotta be serious or not?